Hi. Hi. If you follow me on Instagram, I had a mental breakdown over the weekend. And if you don't and you want to witness more mental breakdowns, then by all means, go follow me there. All jokes aside, the mental breakdown I had over the weekend is something I've been dealing with for the past while, but it kind of reached a peak. I feel like the shell of who I was. Like the shell is now empty. Like I'm not who I was. And specifically why I got to a peak is because for the first time, it was hitting me that I was regretting the past 2 years. I'm not someone that believes in regret. I like to take every moment for the good in it. Every time you go through something that's regrettable, something that's bad, I like to take the good lesson out of it. Think that, hey, I learned this, so it's not all bad. I experienced this despite that, so it's not all bad. Usually, I try not to have regrets. The first time I ever felt real regret, I used to work at a resort. And I was supposed to work at the location I was at for a whole year. And 3 months in, I lost my shit and I quit. I was like, everyone probably hates me here. A lot of things were happening that were weird to me and that I didn't quite understand back then. They didn't all hate me, turns out. But I quit and I flew back home. And before the plane even landed, I was hit with a wave of regret. Fuck, I wish I could go back, but I can't. They flew me back. They're not gonna take me back. I was already dreading landing and the life I was gonna have to have before I even landed. I was seeing the ground from the plane and hating myself. And back then, because I don't like having regrets, I told myself if I was supposed to be out there for a whole year, I was gonna have to make that year worth it. Like I needed to have success within my life during that year to make it worth it, to make quitting and that regret worth it. That was 2019 and I did it. I actually booked really good acting gigs. I made enough money that I moved across the country, second month of 2020, from all the money I made in 2019. I made it back to the ocean within a year, which was my goal. And it had been, I think it was a week under a year. No, 3 weeks under a year. I was about to reach that limit, but I made it worth it. I made that regret not be a regret. And I always kind of saw it as that. Yeah, I still have regrets about the resort. I still feel like I missed out on something or like I changed a journey that I could have had, an experience that I could have had, but I made it worth it. I got good stuff out of it. I got good lessons out of it. I got good life experience out of it. So it was fine. And now I was hit with this new regret. And this regret is regretting the past year and a half, 2 years. I'll be honest and say this is in a way hurtful to people in my life for the past 2 years. And I'm aware of that. I'm not saying that as a way to attack. I'm talking about my realization of how much of myself I let go. I made a lot of bad decisions that got me to lose who I was, got me to not be that person anymore. That shell somehow isn't me anymore. That person then isn't who I am. And in the way that I want to not regret things, usually it's all about the lessons I learned. And fuck did I learn a ton of lessons. Genuinely, I don't think I could be who I was 2 years ago. Now, with everything I learned, which is so much crazy shit I found out about myself during that time. And the one problem I was having with that regret showing up is that it was starting to feel like the bad outweighs the good. All the shit that I did lose, all the chaos I'm in, all the parts of my life that are just ashes now, we're starting to feel like, sadly, it's more than the good I've had. Yeah, there's good. I experienced good things. I learned good lessons, but it was really starting to feel pretty heavy. No, don't. Stop. Ew, you licked inside my mouth. Yuck, enough. Stay down there. Mocha, be nice. It's crazy to think, right? If I regret the past 2 years and stop, I wish I could go back, I wouldn't have either of those two. Hi. What is it with wanting love suddenly? You were fine. Oh, and the other one's jealous. Do you like her little cone, her makeshift cone? Okay, stop. You're literally gonna get me to spill. This is fucking bad. It's been so hard having to keep them apart because Mocha is going insane. She started her heat. It wasn't enough that she's dealing with all this. She started her fucking heat, her first heat. So now I have 2 females and Mocha wants to dominate because as females, if one is in heat, that's a threat to you. Anyways, I'm having to fight really hard to keep them apart. Okay, shh. And also the jealousy game, like she gets really jealous if I start having fun with Mocha because she can't have fun. She doesn't even have the energy to have fun. She doesn't want to play whatsoever. But if I start playing with this one, she fucking gets so mad and literally tries to get in between us and then lay down. Like, fuck you, don't play. That's why she came closer. Like now she's against me. Anyways, I'm gonna try to keep talking while you're right here because clearly you're not going away. Huh? Hi, this video is sponsored by me. I don't have sponsors yet. But one day when I do, I know it'll feel weird and uncomfortable asking you to support a company that's paying me. Money guilt is a thing I'm working through, thanks to my lovely upbringing and the baggage it came with. So for now, I'm getting ahead of the awkwardness and practicing. If you want to support the work I do, the best way right now is to subscribe, like, comment, share the video with a friend, share it with your grandma, rewatch it on loop, nonstop, watch it at different speeds, slower speeds. Never ever leave this channel. Consume nothing but my videos from here on out, forever, always. Thank you for being here. Now back to the video. I'm aware that saying I wish I could go back 2 years and change the trajectory I was on, change path, and tell myself like, hey, don't do that. And I still believe some of that. There's a point to all this, okay? So bear with me, we'll get there as we talk. I'm not just saying that and here's that and that's it. But I'm aware that it would also mean literally not having discovered these two and the love that they can share with me and the amount of learning I got out of having them too. I've learned a lot of harsh things. I find actually low self-esteem will creep up on you, especially if you have kids or pets. I think when you're responsible for this other thing, suddenly if you have a low self-esteem, which I'm not saying I have lower self-esteem now than I did before. 2 years ago. Would you fucking believe that? Crazy. I was so confident. So, you know, it's all part of that. That's definitely been coming out. Like, oh, fuck, I'm realizing all these things, these beliefs about myself or these fears I have about myself. So I'm aware of that. And I don't mean it. I wouldn't go back 2 years and change things. See, I'm working on it. The point of this video and the point of everything I'm doing is I have to now work on that. I'm feeling that regret. And there's a very big part of me that wishes I could go back 2 years and not do it the way I did. That I wish those lessons would come in a nicer way, that I gone another trajectory, and that I would still eventually learn them and discover them, and that I would still eventually find their love, maybe. It'd be a lie to tell you I don't actually believe it. Like, genuinely, I had this whole mental breakdown for a reason. I started actually thinking that I wish I could undo it. But the point of this all is also that now the difference is I'm aware of the amount of work I have to put into not regretting. Not that I can change anything that happened. When I start thinking about the shell and how I feel like a shell of who I was, I feel like the shell is empty. If you think about a shell as a metaphor, it's actually like a very fitting metaphor because crabs will outgrow their shell and then molt it and will grow another one. It's kind of the same thing. Yes, I am the empty shell of who I was because I outgrew that. I wouldn't fit in it. I can't fill that shell, not because I'm too small, but just because it's not my shape anymore. I don't have that shape. I'm not that person anymore. I've changed a lot. That would be a disservice to myself to just make myself believe that I should be who I was 2 years ago. The shell metaphor is really good because it means it's not a question of filling the old one. It's that I have to grow this current one because that's life too. You constantly outgrow the past shell, whether you feel like that's just gone and you lost it all or like you just outgrew it. You got bigger than it. You were filling it too much and you decided to shift it. So that's where I'm having to do work now. I got to build a new shell and it's been really confusing because in this case, I think that shell I had on me for a long time. Like right now I'm questioning a lot of my life. What was the old shell? Was everything just the old shell and I'm past it? I'm done with it? Am I just confused right now? I'll add this note here. My therapist did say that I should not make major life decisions right now while I'm going through all this. She pretty much told me, wait until you're good before you make an actual decision. If you're having crisis type questioning happening, just be aware that right now your brain's going in a negative place. And so the answers aren't usually going to be appropriate. They're going to be negative. They're going to be biased towards that side. So she did say, I need to give myself some time before I try to make a decision. Like, hey, do I still love this? Am I still that? Do I still want to do this? She's not wrong. A big part of that too, and that's been especially intense because of the dogs, specifically the Muffin situation. It's been over a week now that she's had her lump. We're going to the surgeon in 2 days, so we'll see how that goes. But it was a lot. That's when I realized how lonely I am. I'm not with Raina anymore. I live in a place that I didn't know people before, and then I used to be in acting classes and have friends, and then I haven't been in those acting classes in almost 2 years. And you know, it was acquaintances, maybe. Like it's hard to socialize, I think. I struggle with that too on a whole fucking other level. The past week made me realize how empty, or not empty, how lonely. It feels like some type of Freudian slip. Like, yeah, I feel empty. Not Freudian, I don't know. But it did make me realize how lonely I feel. The amount of pressure that's been on my shoulders my whole life. Even the idea of like, oh, you just gotta put in work. Oh, you have all this regret, just put in the work on yourself. I'm also at the point where I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired. I've been working my whole life. My whole life has just been constant work to function. to survive. I've been on survival mode the whole time. I'll probably make a video about survival mode one day, probably coming soon, because that's something I'm definitely aware of, how much that is the state that I live in. And so I have this part of me that's like feeling this regret and wishing I could go back. But there's also this part of me that knows I got to work on that and knows that's not the end of it, knows there's more there and I can be fine with my new shell, that I will grow and have hope and everything. But then the regretting side also has this tired fucking energy, like just tired. I'm tired of having to do so much just to be okay. Somehow I was handed so much in life that wasn't mine, but I had to deal with it, and it just constantly is that. It's weird to say. I wish I had a problem that was right now I have a problem that's my fault. So let's see. I was gonna say I wish I had a problem that was just entirely my fault, which I kind of do now. But it feels like a lot of my life has just been like damage done to me. But there's a whole talk there about victim mindset, and I'm not saying I'm right either. Anyways, this is getting kind of lost there. I am the shell of who I was because I have to let go of that shell and grow a new one. As long as I hold on to it, I'll never fit in it. And then comes this super vulnerable moment where I have to trust that I will build a new one, that I will grow a new shell, that will actually be a good one, a strong one, that will keep me safe. And it's hard to see the good when you're in the dark. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying my life is hell. A lot of it is, but I'm also having plenty of great moments, especially when I'm not dealing with dog problems, That's really heavy right now, but when everything's good, everything's good. There's a lot of things that are good. It's one step at a time, and the real point of this video is about letting go of the old shell. That I gotta let go of that. Like the longer I hold on to this old me, the longer it'll take me to grow a new one, because I'm just holding on to this old concept. And in survival, it's scary too, because letting go of the old concept and having no clue of the new or the next concept is terrifying. It's not safe. It's literally like, it's fucking risky. To be out of your old shell and not having built the next one yet and not knowing how to build it, it's fucking terrifying. I think if this was a literal story, it would also be terrifying. So it makes sense figuratively as well as a metaphor for how I feel, what I feel I have to do. But one thing is for sure, no matter the shells I've had or been, I think I'm unconsciously resilient like a motherfucker. I know I'm resilient. I have resilience like crazy, but I think it's to a point where it's beyond me. The resilience is stronger than my will for it. There's this drive in me to constantly fucking work on it. I don't know why. I guess that's the one good side, but it really feels like that. Anytime I feel this type of dread about the work ahead, I just know my brain's still gonna do it. I'm still gonna go through all of it. It's crazy, but it just always fucking happens. I just never stop trying to move forward, because standing still is also death. There's probably a whole talk there. I think I'm potentially wrong. There's sides that are wrong there. Anyhow, I know for a fact I'll be fine. It's this weird, if I have low self-esteem towards anything, at least I can have confidence that I'll be fine. Because there's a part of me that is so fucking driven on being fine that I know I will be. I'll be okay. There's gonna be some rough future videos, not because negative, depresso or shit, whatever, could be, but there's gonna be some rough ones because there's actually things I've been wanting to say for a long time that I've held back for a long time. And then as I did that, I got to a point where I started feeling like I'm actually silencing myself. The first thought was just don't make videos about this yet. You're not ready yet. And then it got to the point where I'm now feeling like, shit, I feel like I'm forcibly silencing myself. Like I'm being silenced by myself or by others or by whatever fucking concept. I know I'm gonna give in and not be silenced soon. I think I'm gonna stop it here. Everything's gonna be all right. I am the empty shell, but it's because I gotta let it go. And I'm gonna grow a next one that you will see. Just like, I don't know, the many times I've done it before. And everything's gonna be okay. Let me know what you thought about that ad segment. As it said, like, comment, let me know your thoughts, subscribe. If you want to hear more of me yapping about whatever mental health, you can click here and enjoy yourself. And otherwise, that is it for me today. I'll see you in the next one. Also, I might make more videos. That's a throwing it out there. Like I might make them more often. Just throwing it out there. Let me know. Do you like one a week or would you rather have a bunch more? I'll leave you with that. Bye.